Mark, one thing that Q wrote the other day, and you had a long talk about this too, because it's happening. He warned us last week or two, the group did, about false flags. And there's a lot of false flags going on right now in the country. And I want you to encourage people about this, because a lot of people, I looked at the shootings. We had our mutual friend, Tiffany Fitzhenry, on our program here the other night, and we were talking about Aurora. You had a shooting on Saturday last week of 10 people dying. You had, ironically, 2 days later in Aurora, Colorado, of all places, another shooting that there was 2 dead. And when you start looking at that, and you look at the 2012 incident at the theater, that James Earl Holmes basically shot it up. It was interesting to me that there was 12 people that got killed on July 20th of 12. If you add those numbers together, it comes to 12. Look, these elites are not dumb. They are not stupid. They plan this stuff years in advance, months in advance, but it's a false flag to get your attention off of the fact that President Trump's going after the deep state. And you have some interesting insight to Christian Bale, because this ties into him, because ironically the movie that was playing during that theater incident was The Dark Knight, who Christian Bale played Batman. Christian Bale offered his praise to Satan here a few months ago for his success. But you saw something in that name, even Christian Bale. Explain to our audience a little bit how you feel about that.
Well, it's no coincidence that you had Aurora, Illinois, and Aurora, Colorado. Okay, we know how these elites work. You've had people on here explaining how it works, how the numbers work. This, that, and the other. Well, Aurora, I guess, is the name of a Roman goddess.
It is.
So, you know what I mean? And so now you look back at Aurora, Colorado, what was the movie that was playing at the time in that theater? It was The Dark Knight. And who starred in that was Christian Bale. Now, Christian Bale, just like you said, just gave his allegiance to Satan, thanking him at the Golden Globes or whatever that was. And so when you look at the name Christian Bale, it's an oxymoron. Christian and Bale.
Right.
It's like, so it's okay, I don't know if that's his God-given name or if that's his Hollywood name. I have no clue. But I mean, so there's no coincidences of where these things are going down. It's no different than the Pulse nightclub shooting that went down in Orlando. When that shooting went down, the Bilderbergs were meeting that week. And that's when the Lord was showing me that ISIS was taking direct orders from the Illuminati, basically. And that's why that shooting took place, is to take all eyes off of what was going on. They were trying to capture the pulse of the nation, change the pulse of the nation, if you will, by that shooting. You know what I mean? So, I mean, all these things are happening. I noticed also Q posted in the morning, said, watch for false flags in the next 10 days. If you see something, say something. Well, it wasn't even 6 hours later, brother, that shooting happened. There it was. So, I mean, you're seeing this stuff. Again, this is we are in World War III. It's nothing to be afraid about. We're in World War III, but you just have to keep your head on a swivel, be prayed up, cover yourself in the armor of God, and, do the warfare before you leave the house, while you're at your house, whatever the case may be. Cover yourself in the blood of Jesus. Take those angels with you, those protecting angels with you everywhere you go. But there's no coincidence in those two shootings. You can link pretty much all this stuff, where it happens, how it happens. You just have to dig, and you got to find out and get revelation from the Lord as to what's going on. But Aurora, Colorado, and Aurora, Illinois, there's no coincidence those two things happened like that.